This expression can be simplified in one of two ways. The first way uses the power of a product rule, which states that when more than one term that are being multiplied together is raised to the same exponent, you can rewrite it as each of those terms individually being raised to that same exponent. Here, our individual terms are 2.1, x squared, and y. They're all being raised to the power of 2, so we can write that there. And then we evaluate to get our final answer. 2.1 squared gives us 4.41. Now here we have x to the second squared. So we have x being raised to an exponent and then being raised to another one. So we will use the power rule, which says that when this happens, for instance x to the m and then to the nth, we multiply those exponents. So it becomes x to the m times n. So here we have x to the power of 2 times 2, which will give us x to the fourth, which we'll put here in our answer. And then y to the second gives us the y squared. So our final answer is 4.41 x to the fourth y squared. The second way, we will use the commutative property of multiplication that says for any terms that are being multiplied together, you can rearrange them in any order you want. So this expression up here is actually a big multiplication problem. You're having 2.1 times x squared times y, and then that's all being multiplied by itself again. 2.1 x squared and y. Now I'm going to use this commutative property to rearrange them so that all the like terms, like the 2.1s and the x squareds and the y's, are next to each other. Now, since exponents are used to represent how many times a factor repeats itself, we can rewrite this as 2.1, and because it's repeated twice, put it to the power of 2, times x squared, again, repeated twice, so we put it to the power of 2, times y, which is, again, repeated twice, so we put it to the power of 2. So, 2.1 squared gives us 4.41. And here, we will use the power rule again to simplify x squared to another power of 2, which is also x to the power of 2 times 2, as x to the fourth, and then y squared. As you can see, we got the same final answer. Either method results in the 4.41 x to the fourth y squared answer, but when simplifying an expression is just one step in a larger problem, one method might be preferable to the other.